This Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, Unita Candles launches our Halloween franchise wax melts, featuring wax melts based off of the first 6 films. We'll also be having a restock of our fan favorite, Always Check Your Candy. We also have our limited run of the Cochrane candle. Links to our stores are in the video description. See you guys tomorrow. Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Christian here. Today I want to talk to you guys about the new Poltergeist 4K. This is brand spanking new, and what's funny is the label. They have this film contains sequences of flashing lights that may affect viewers who are susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitivities. Say that fast 3 times. So look, this is the way I like to do these reviews. I don't like to just review the movie in the beginning because, quite frankly, it's 2022. Who hasn't seen Poltergeist or reviewed it? It's funny that some of my friends I talk to, they're actually kind of like me. They like this movie, but they don't think it's even the best Poltergeist, and I'm in that camp. But I will say something about a few things about this movie that I think are fantastic. First of all, for record, I'm a Poltergeist 2 guy. I think that's the scariest one, and that's the best one. And I know, scariest one, but 2 is a really just almost cruel horror movie. Some of that stuff in that one is just nasty, especially the dad vomiting up that demon thing. Anyways, I'll take that on 4K soon. But for real, Poltergeist, the Tobe Hooper film, this is what I want to talk about before we get to the 4K. The controversy. A lot of people feel this movie has that Steven Spielberg shine to it and feels like he directed it more so than Tobe, where I can kind of see that. I really can, but there are a lot of things about this movie that are so Tobe Hooper in terms of the humor and the setup. To me, I feel Tobe in this movie a lot, but I just think that it's under it's Steven Spielberg production, and that's why it kind of has that look and shine to it. But irregardless, Poltergeist, I think, is really good. I think it's safer than Part 2, and it's more, I guess, family-friendly is the word. But the thing that I always have to remember is this movie does ramp up. You just got to get into it. You got to get going. And then you'll see some great stuff. I mean, my favorite shot of the movie is when the mom falls into the pool and the skeleton heads all jump out with her. And, that's real skeletons. And, that was a big controversy, but it really wasn't, right? Because I think everybody was using skeletons back in the day. But anyway, so let's talk about the 4K. If you saw my last video, we did Lost Boys. We talked about that. If let's say you're on the fence about getting either of these, and which one would you get? I gotta be honest. The Poltergeist one, I think, was even more impressive for me. The outside shots of this movie were just absolutely breathtaking. There was this great shot of the house from across the street, and you just see this nice shot of the house outside, and literally everything just looks like it's super crisp and in focus, and it's remarkable. But this movie was a great 4K. I mean, this could be one of my favorite 4Ks of the year. Picture quality wise, sound wise, everything about this one I really, really liked, even more so than Lost Boys. Like I said, Lost Boys wasn't the most impressive 4K I've ever seen. It was great, had that beautiful film look, but this one I think was even more impressive to me. I loved the picture on this. Again, just that beautiful, raw, 35mm 4K image, and they did it so well. The skin tones in this were just lovely. The colors exploded. CGI is not the right word. It was optical stuff that they used in this movie, where she opens the door at the end and there's this big ghost. That even looks really good in 4K. I mean, it actually really didn't look that cheap or anything to me. It actually looked really good. I was worried watching this is some of the stuff that is, I just was worried that some of the stuff was going to look worse with better picture, but no. Honestly, Poltergeist was a fantastic 4K. I was super happy with it, with the picture quality. And on this 4K, you'll notice that there's 2 special features. They are here, the Real World of Poltergeist documentaries in 2 parts, Science of the Spirits and Communicating with the Dead, The Making of Poltergeist, and Theatrical Trailer. This is the one thing that Poltergeist has that the sequels don't have, which makes me love it. James Karen is in this, and he is so lovely. You guys know Return of the Living Dead is my favorite horror movie, so James Karen in this is just awesome. And I love everything he does in this movie. Every ounce of his screen time, I eat it up. I love James Karen. So the Poltergeist 4K, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10 for its picture, and I'd give it a perfect 10 for its audio. The audio was stellar on this. I have my nice soundbar system and subwoofer, and this movie rocked my socks with the audio. So I'd like to know your thoughts on Poltergeist. It's interesting hearing people, a lot of people, like, they say it's fine. I think it's a little overrated, if anything. I wouldn't call it overrated. I think it's certainly a classic. I just don't think it's the best Poltergeist movie, but I think it's a great Tobe Hooper film. I think it's a great Steven Spielberg production, and I think that this 4K is a great way to go. So if you're on the fence about picking any of these up, and if you get a couple a year, between these two, since I just reviewed them, I've got to go Poltergeist. So there it is, guys, my Poltergeist 4K review. Let me know if you're picking this up. If you'd like to, I'll leave an Amazon affiliate link down below. If you use that, it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just gives me a tiny percentage of the sale. So there it is, guys. Poltergeist is going to get a massive thumbs up for me. One of my favorite 4K purchases this year so far. Very happy with it. Thank you guys for watching. This is good old CHH. See you next time. Thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, and music, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month.